sunset on the Mary River in central Queensland.
Looking behind is River Heads. We left that this morning at about 6:30. We're heading north again now. The wind's in the wrong direction though. It's from the northwest at the moment. We're going to go to Moon Point. Anchor there for the day. Have a walk on the sandbank because Nicole's not had too many walks in the last week. Great day. Beautiful day. We're sailing along pretty well. We've got the tide with us, so we're doing about 6.9 knots with the tide at the moment, down to Moon Point, where we'll be able to tuck in behind, hopefully out of the northwest, and have a comfortable night.
3 miles off Moon Point now, and we just saw some tuna. So Nicole's keen to catch a bit of protein, so she's having a crack. Basically in the centre of the screen is Kingfisher Bay on Fraser Island. We're pointing for Moon Point, which is on the bow there. We'll have to put another tank in. There's big sandbanks right in front, believe it or not. It's very shallow around Moon Point. Having trouble stowing my anchor and keeping it tight in the jaws at the front. But I came up with this idea as a one of these black shock cords. And what it really does is it pulls the anchor back into the bow roller so that when you hit a wave it doesn't jiggle around and can't possibly come out. Working pretty well. Yeah, we're just going across the sandbank here. I'm going to get some deep water in a second, and once we're over that, we took the sails down because we got down to 1.7. In front of us in the screen's Moon Point. Just going to come round this sandbank here. You might just be able to see it coming out of the water, and we're going to anchor somewhere behind it. And then at low tide, when the tide's just coming in, we'll just go up and bump onto the sandbank. How are you going, Nicole? Could have been your finger in that glove. Well, we've anchored next to this lovely sandbank here. Nicole says she wanted to go for a walk. It's now 4 o'clock and the sun's coming out and the wind's shifting, so we're going to head on down the Fraser coast, heading towards Wathumba Creek. Keep pulling. It's now 5 o'clock. We've just left Moon Point behind, heading north.
So Dad's just steering the boat at the moment because we have to navigate our way between the shore and a sandbank.
Sunrise over Wathumba Creek, Fraser Island, in Queensland. It's a bit eerie coming into Wathumba Creek at 7 in the morning and finding no boats in here. Well, we finished our sail drive repair, put the boot back on again, hopefully, and that was with shoe glue. I think I've had a bit of success, but it's hard to tell. But I do know next time if I have a trouble, I can poke it up inside the boat from the bottom. Very hard going out here at night. I've not been, here for 2 years, and of course the channel's changed a bit. So I'm just going on the echo sounder and where I believe I should go. Nicole's putting the jib on. We're in 1.2 of water at the moment. After leaving Maryborough, we stopped at Riverheads for a night. Carried on to Moon Point, where we spent 2 nights waiting for a favourable wind. We sailed up through the night to Wathumba Creek, where we did an emergency repair on the sail drive leg, and put the boot back on. That's the external boot, not the internal one. And now we're sailed down to Rooney's Point during the night, arrived at about 11 o'clock, and are now with no wind setting sail for Lady Musgrave or Lady Elliot, depending on what the weather's like when we get there. My daughter's on the helm at the moment, not very happy. No wind, why are we going? But we could be going for 18 hours, so you might as well start. It doesn't matter when you start, you might not have any wind at the end. Just to show that I'm not just voicing over this and my daughter sailing the boat, I just thought I'd better put a picture of me in it as well. That's the northern end of Fraser Island. We're on our way. There's not much wind and the sails are flogging quite a bit, and we broke the top batten. It's a fairly thin batten anyway. I had another one in here, it was about similar size, and I managed to have, we've had sabos, so we got hundreds of bloody battens. Every sail you get a set of battens, so probably got 5 sets of battens. So I just use a sabo a batten, but this one's broke on the tip, and it's actually broke the sail as well, and pulling it down we made it even worse, a bigger repair. But I'm going to make a new batten, or make a new end for the batten. So I've been watching those people go around the world, so I've got my bit of carbon fibre here to make the end of the batten with. Got me epoxy, so we've got a whole little chemical factory going here to make this batten. So tomorrow we can put a new batten in. I'll see how we go, and when I've got it laid up and everything, I'll show you it again. Well, we rolled it up in a bit of carbon there. There's the old bit there, and that fits on about there. So we should be able to just put that straight. When it's all finished, that'll be nice and strong just there, and we'll be able to put that back in the sail by tomorrow morning. hopefully. My daughter's made me a lovely meal. This is tuna in mayo with onion, and that's lettuce, and we use fig glaze like that to put on the lettuce. So that's it, that's lunch. Going along, you can have a look outside now. Just Nicole will pop the camera out and show you that we're goose winged. Going along at about 2.1 knots at the moment. So we'll motor it, just turn the motor on. We ended up doing less than a knot, so that was it. On goes the motor. And at the moment we're heading to Lady Elliot. Nicole's on the bow looking for dolphins. What do you think of that, Nicole?
That's pretty cool.
6:30, the breeze has just filled in. Got about 15 miles to go to Lady Elliot. No, you can't do that. No, Nicole's outside here. The last place we can do our text from is Lady Elliot Island. We're listening to Kelly Devine on the radio. There's the flashing light of Lady Elliot on our beam. Nicole and I arrived at 4 in the morning, and we already had this National Park mooring buoy in the GPS, so we came here and anchored on this. We're now in the process. It's 9:30, just got out of bed. We're going to try and get a few things done, so we're going to blow up the dinghy, put the cover up, have breakfast, and then we're going to move on in. Coming in through the entrance, there's coral either side. Nicole's bringing the boat in. I haven't told her what to do or anything. She can learn. It's the only way you're going to learn, isn't it? That's Fairfax over there. Used to be a bombing range in the centre of the screen. This is what you do when your coronavirus is on. You have sailing races with your model boats in the shade, under the shade of your catamaran. It's 10:30 and we're on the buoy. All the covers are on, shades on, and it's time for breakfast. And then we'll go and snorkel over there on the reef.